Hi, Opies.
Run.
If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, my name is Steph. I've created an ink blot made in your name and essence. If you'd like to take a screenshot, with that we will scry to see what shapes and symbols stand out to our psyche and psychic senses. As well, we'll add on tarot and oracle. And where Mr. Ghost Gift is here, we have Ghost Tube kicking for any audio additions that may further inspire or irritate. Overall, please do receive or release freely. Opies, I'm going to take a moment to open up. You're welcome to join me, or you can start scrying for yourself, whatever feels well to you. You also had a card that came out here in the pre-shuffle, Zero of Spoons, the divine origin of nothing. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race in the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of the Ophiuchian collective. Opis, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. All right, let's go. Sorry, I gotta scooch up my chair. Oh, don't mean to do a face plant in there. All right. So when the Zero of Spoons came through, I wanted to
Cousin.
place it right in there. Immediately as I look at that, and it's not typical of me, sorry, my nose is getting really itchy in your reading. It's like, those spoon rings. People can take a spoon, you can eat with the spoon, you can, play the spoons, you can do all these things with spoons, and you can make a spoon ring. So there's something about that. The divine origins of nothing. And it seems to be that there's like this opening. Like if I see like this is an opening, and this is coming through. Okay, so I'm going to dig in here. We'll come back to you. Thank you.
Grandmother.
Yeah, there is somebody in spirit right here. Could be a grandmother or a grandparent. There's also a large vulture. This is like a higher self vulture. This is a vulture that feels protective. They're crouched in a tree, and they keep an eye out from a very high point of view. Okay, the spirit is trying to communicate with you. You might only, it's like maybe in the mental state or in the veil space between sleeping, waking, sleeping, etc.
Window.
It's not a full body apparition. It's like just a head. And I can see a face here. There's an eye and a mouth. It's like, who are you? Who are you? But there's white in between. It feels like a light exchange. So the vultures also give you gifts. So you might be receiving gifts from different spirit animals. Spirit animal gifts. Like they're leaving you trinkets, letting you know. And in turn, you're also bringing them food. It's like they're your pets, like training a raven. Something along that lines, like training ravens. But they're vultures. Something about like pickleball or some sort of sport that's like a back and forth with the paddle. I feel like I'm agile, or I'm working on agility. I'm seeing Groot from Guardians of the Galaxies growing up. I'm also seeing carrots and celery.
Don't leave me.
Okay, we'll come back up there in just a moment. Seeing platform shoes. If any of these symbols mean anything to you, something about being taller.
Why
I,
is he
I
here?
wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Somebody's handing you something from up above. There's okay, it's a spirit, either porcupine or something along that lines. They're thinking, it's like I can see their thought bubbles while they're watching this exchange. Oh, you know what it is? It's when your head and your heart communicate. That's what it is. When your head and your heart communicate. There's also somebody with a dog in spirit. They miss your pets, your physical pet, the sensation, but they're still with you, very much so. Opies, do some of you feel like the black sheep?
Roger.
Roger Rabbit. Do some of you feel like a black sheep of some sort? Because I keep being drawn, even though I'm like all the way out here, I keep being drawn to this center space. Oh, it's a massive sword. Also something about a bookworm. Reading a lot, Opies. Taking in new information. Alternative information. What is that? I'm seeing like 80s or 70s rock star hair. Somebody might be really good at music or playing with a lot of music. Because I feel like I'm stepping forward. It's like, thank you very much. I feel like you guys have accomplished something.
Peace.
Oh, is it peace? The 12th house has just come through. The area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. Oh my goodness, I feel like... Okay, I am feeling very overwhelmed. Okay, so maybe that's why. Okay, I want to come back to the vulture. Because he's helping me clean something up. There's like energetic reminiscences that are... Do you know what it feels like, Opies? Like I can feel the grief of the collective. And I feel like it's very overwhelming in your aura. But this is like I'm trying to be taller, stand taller. Yeah, okay, thank you. In the fire. So we have the Sagittarius card coming through to support. This energy imbues power, superior confidence and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority.
Cold.
Do you know what's funny? I feel like you guys are... Oh, is it a spear? Like this, if I was to go like that. That bookworm spear or sword. You've conquered something. Opies. Your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. And then you also have here the 11th house, where the cosmos grants you wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. It's like I'm seeing many... It's like the Opie collective is a social network in and of itself.
What happened to me?
I don't know, love. I don't know. You're welcome to share with us. Give me a moment. I'm here for Ophiuchus. Sorry, Obies, give me a moment. I'm just kind of wandering here for a second because I'm in space. And it's like there's an asteroid or a rock or something that's floating around in space that you have an attachment to or an understanding of. You know, it feels like stardust that has accumulated into a planet. It's like if you can envision Atlantis or the lore, the myth, the reality of Atlantis in the stars, and the points where we would create connect the dots is walkways and pathways. You guys are connecting something. You guys are connecting something. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to come back into your ink blot. You know the drill as well. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, your support truly warms my haunted hearts, Opies. Okay, my head's being pulled back.
Not here.
This makes me feel Matrixy up here. You know, like in the movie The Matrix, when he has to like unplug himself from all the tubey things. All the tubey things. To be. The tubey things to be. Yeah, this has got Matrix vibes all over it. Okay.
Water.
Messenger of airships. See, there, even in here, see that, whatever it is, the bar thing, that's like the in-between of this constellation. Somebody, a spirit that exists in the veil, the information you bring back for the Akashic. Okay, so your exoteric experiences here on Earth, bear with me, internalized esoterically, is downloaded, and then uploaded. And there's a veil energy here that's like leaning back in like, whoa, that's a, holy schmoly, that's a lot of information. They're leaning back like in surprise of it. How much you can ingest, digest, and then allow this other this download.
Ophiuchus.
Yeah. This all feels very surreal, but if you're here, you're used to it, so I'm not going to try and force it into logical sense. Because you have multiple umbilical cords. Okay, sorry, I got stuck in here. See, like this face, and again, it's more like tubes at the back of the neck, at the heart space, maybe sacral or root.
Chair.
And it's all plugged into my third eye, which then uploads to this vulture. It's cleaned and given, like the frequencies that you give back to this Akashic apothecary that I know you guys have, because it feels like something more about overall humanity. Yeah, you give information. There's some sort of understanding, or agreement. Some pact or a contract has been completed. Thank you. Thank you for your service. If somebody's unsure, Opies, if their service has been enough or acknowledged in relation to the whole, yes. They understand the work that you've been doing here. It's almost like, thank you. Like, and I'm not trying to insult the earth experience. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. There's so many great things to see, touch, smell, taste, experience. But it's kind of like that show Dirty Jobs, or those people that have those crazy jobs like on the North Sea. And that's kind of how sometimes it can feel being here, at least through the Opie aura that I'm feeling. But it's being acknowledged, because I want to note, like in this storyline that I'm seeing off to the side, will this come through, or do I have... So like, it's like you're here doing the work, but remember what I was talking about, like that rock or all those, the stardust coming together. Like it feels very balmy where you're from, and you're doing work here. You're being observed, almost like that vulture feeling,
Patient.
but it's not vultures in the way one might typically assume. You're being observed by others in the sky or the stars. Thank you. You're being given a thanks. And in lieu, a wish comes true for you to have here on earth. So you're being asked to focus on that, or admit like what it is that you want, because you have a certain time frame to consider that. For some, it's like access to something, like a different part of the library, or the Akashic or the Shadow Scrolls, whatever the case may be. And it doesn't even have to be that. But then for some, it's a tangible experience here for the service. You're kind of like 007s here. You might even take another mission afterwards.
Watching.
Okay, let's keep going here. And some of you also are like, make time for play. Like I'm seeing this baby bear like kind of chase this little butterfly, and it's allowing time to like just lighten things up a little bit. Signal crux, the Southern Cross. Some of you hear chatter from up above, from these white parrots. Also something about the black sheep and these parrots, these spirits that are all around here, because there's even like shaman ones. I'm also seeing it almost like the tree of life or something along that lines. Like root to higher self, like shamanic roots to cosmic constellation or galaxies or something along that lines.
Scrying.
Yeah, we are scrying. What else do we have here for Opie? Self-trust and ingenuity, your flame. So you're going to be given access to something more. It's like somehow in the plugging in and it's not even... See, the matrix thing isn't even right, because somebody could easily get stuck in plugging into the matrix and then unplugging and thinking there's a freedom. This feels like, for me, at least here, I plug in and unplug freely. Freely. There's an understanding of this. It's different kind of information that you receive in the brain there. It's like that's the aura of the floating rock, of the knowledge that you know. And see how she's just like a floating head? And then down in here again, it's just like a floating head. And then even in here, when it says necklace of the nebula, right there. I don't know if I'm being taken to a different planet or what the situation is here. There's the moon again. I don't mean to say moon again, but your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. For some of you, it might be a sensation of like missing home, but I feel like you visited a lot, so I'm not really sure. But I feel like, again, it's like the earthly experience is very immersive, tangible, right? It's the tangible realm. And your third eye realm, it wants to become more tangible. That's at least how I'm feeling. Okay, shaman. Like I want it to be the same. This plugging in and unplugging, I want it to be the same. But then I hear it would be redundant. It would be redundant. I'm hearing that song by TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes. Okay, so in the chasing,
How old are you?
in the play, I am 45 now. Okay, let's keep going. So there's something about, it's not necessarily like stay focused on what you're used to. It's what you're here for. Why you accepted this mission 007. And it's almost like there's no evidence of it because there was, like this will self-destruct in, 25 minutes or whatever like that. And it's something along that lines. Hunter of Mysteries, Shaman of Foresight, Dancer of Lies. You guys came in together. A bunch of you. And obviously I know there's a bunch of OPs. But I mean, this is like team stuff. Man, this comes up in your readings a lot. To like illuminate.
Bless.
Yeah, give me a second. Came here to illuminate things, but I don't think that there's something that you may feel if you need to do something specifically, like be the I don't know what that word is. Yelling and screaming about it. This feels like people that are like the OP, part of the OP collective, at least anyway. There might be some that step forward and say what you want, need, and that, what your causes are. But I feel like I'm tapping into the team that goes in on the sly. Like, okay, so here's the interesting way I heard it. It's almost like they wouldn't tell people. Like if somebody was to say, oh, what's your sign? They'd be like, oh, I'm Sagittarius. They're not going to say OP because they don't want others to know what their secret mission is. Does that make sense? It's like knowing your audience and being very strategic about it. Okay. But you're also here to make friends and play. Your awareness is like super, super, super. Oh, and then we have here Hunter of Dreams and Spirit of Destruction. Okay, give me a moment. Something about a band is coming through if anyone plays in a band. The Shaman of Foresight, again, is these spirits speaking to you. And they say like apples and oranges, and for you it's carrots and celery.
Not likely.
You can feel home. You can feel home. Feels like home to me. There's a new skill. You're going to accept on your terms, whatever this is, your next mission, and it's going to enhance something. Because I'm seeing this as like a bow and arrow, but I'm practicing. It's like, oh, I haven't had to use this tool in, 2,400,000 bajillion lifetimes. It's like, oh, I got to get used to this again. If you decide to accept it. For some of you, it might be like enhancing a certain skill set. I'm hearing science specifically. And then it like goes from the Hunter of Mysteries to the Hunter of Dreams. It's like you start here and you go there very confidently. Very confident. And you have the foresight to understand that process as well. And interestingly enough, please remember to play and have fun. Your abundance is that space in between. The abundance of your awareness. In that bookworm. It's like I want to go like to the Akashic and the Shadow Scrolls. A harmony of both. Because whatever lies you are deconstruction, it's not based on personal points of view. which is interesting. It's not based on popular opinion either. Popular, it's like there's this awareness. Popular doesn't equal.
It smells.
Yeah, it does. If anything, it like sets something off for you to be like, if it's popular, it's actually going to get greater finickiness, like to dissect it because it's so popular. And it's almost like if something goes viral too, it's like, okay,
Smile.
but it tells you something. Because you know, Opies, you know. Somebody also might be coughing a whole lot right now. There's an earth guide here with you. They help when you deconstruct and then reconstruct for you. Oh, isn't that interesting? You're not in charge of the reconstruction. Okay, you're not in charge of that. Or if somebody's like, I need to, build the truth for someone. No, I feel like you know how to inspire it, show resources, reveal resources, but you understand like the detachment. And maybe if there's some of you that are very attached to certain things, stepping back because you're like, okay, so there's certain circles. Okay, because I'm seeing it like this secret team or SEAL team. I don't know, pick a Secret Service team or name. I mean, maybe because do each like little group have their own like call sign, and you might be part of like a bunch of different ones, not an overwhelming amount, and maybe if you are, there might be a few that you need to like focus on for all these missions, especially in the sleep state as well in the waking, because as you're in the wake state going about your day, however mundane it may be, it's not mundane. It's not mundane. It's like you're walking mycelium, communicating things to other energies, bricks, buildings, people, because I see it being underneath, and it like just kind of warms feet. I don't know how else to say that. Okay, sorry. So I was bringing up the deconstruction energies of, I'm going to call them ceremonies. And this, again, isn't in a judgment. This is something that's been called forward for you, whatever you've accepted, right? Because I don't know. It's all very, I feel like I'm not only looking at a secret message that's coded, but it's in another language that's coded, also in Braille. Like I can't decipher it, but I'm allowed to like, thank you, just in this moment, I'm allowed just to acknowledge that because I see it being handed to you.
Stay.
And there's like many different levels and ways for you to interact with this message. Like which layer of it do you wish to accept? In regards to, sorry, there's so blah, blah, blah. I apologize. Sorry, not sorry, Opies. I feel like when I say it, I'm going to acknowledge something that, see, now I feel like I need to say it in code. Don't know your code or the cipher of it. I'm going to use the word infiltrate. And I don't think I can say it. Yeah, I don't think I can say it. Okay, thank you. So, see how in this a tidy house, clarity, and organization, egregors of energy. It's not because they're different that they need to be destroyed. And they're not actually being destroyed. They're being deconstructed. Anyway, so the roots, when I was talking about, like, when you walk about your daily life, you as the one, and it lights things up. It's through your movements, the mundane movements of being earthly, that creates, oh my goodness. It's like I'm in a reading where I can't say anything. It's like you can't speak of this for 50 years. This is what I feel like I'm in. Okay, I'm going to do my best. Yeah, like 50 years. Like you... Okay. All right. I'm going to keep going here, OPs. Please do like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. You guys truly warm my haunted heart. I have no idea if I have said that already. I've not even and I need to close out your message here. Oy vey. Oy vey. All right. Closing out messages for OPs. Horned cactus, resourcefulness. Eye of the needle, intentionality. In the hand, the universe is your partner. There's things being handed off everywhere in your ink blot. In the void, going back all the way to the beginning of the zero of spoons, the zero, but you are one. It's like one can make a difference. There's something about while you're here on earth, while you're having this existence experience, please enjoy the rewards and resources that you're given for these astral missions, energetic emissions, energetic emissions. Take some time. Somebody wears a toupee. You know what it makes me feel like? I'm seeing somebody in disguise, in character. Okay. Please enjoy the rewards and the resources as they want your, whoever they is in this, I don't know. They want you to enjoy the fruits of your labor here in this lifetime as well for the rewards of that. Something about skill sets.
It's outside.
This is... do you know what I feel like I'm going in? Like, sorry, I just got distracted in here. Because there's a little wee story in here. I don't know what it's called. I'll do my best here. It's like a circle. Then there's another circle. And they're moving at different rates and times. And I don't know what's happening.
Invisible.
I don't know why that's important, but I feel like that's not coming through well. That. And when you receive that, whatever that thing is, moving the way it is, maybe it's an orb of creation or like magician vibes, manifesting, maybe what you're manifesting, having very like needle point precision. Okay, because that's what needle point precision and where I think you just do. I'm seeing it that way. I think you just when you receive this, you know what you want to apply it to. Your whole aura is very protected here while incarnate in this experience. I almost want to say, interesting. So I almost want to say this is the feeling of like when I do the old soul readings. Your old soul's from somewhere else.
Can you hear him?
I'll just leave that there. You know what I mean? Like you're just old souls from somewhere else that are here to help. Here to help something or other. Yeah, you are. Okay. Now I swear it's like closing out messages. I'm so sorry. So unrequited love. See, whatever this planet, place, constant, I'm going to call it like the Akashic Atlantis, or is like Atlantis?
Asylum.
Something along that lines. Maybe it's asylum, but it feels secret. I don't know how else to say that. It feels like a secret. And you're committed to it with that ring in there. You've made a commitment to this call. And they want you to feel the petals as you're here doing the work. And I'm even seeing like her two stockings, like the two snakes. And we've talked about that sword as well, and that bookworm. Again, I want to place it in there.
How?
And then as above, so below. Like what a perfect way to end in this very coded message. But I feel like it's a confirmation. See, like it's like whatever this place is, it can be confusing. Because it's like, which way are you going to enter from? Interact from? But Ophies know. But it's almost like that's where you're from to where Earth is. Or vice versa, whatever the case is. And there's something about the timing of why you're here now. Because it's like seeing that, sorry if I'm rambling. In the deconstruction of something that I can't seem to say, because it exposes part of whatever, and I don't even know what it is. So it's kind of like when somebody says something and they don't even know what they said, but you know what they said. And there's something about the timing here and now of destruction to deconstruct and like reconstruct something in the image of. Ophies, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to leave it here because I feel like I'm just butchering this in this like multi-dimensional matrix of mayhem, but I feel like this is kind of the point, so I appreciate it. Like being a guest here, it's like, yes, you can step in, but everything's gonna have like this something so that I can appreciate the feeling, the intention, the rewards that you deserve, the resources that you receive, and I hope that you 22. As well receive them. In Master number 22 might mean something to you for the work that you're dispelling and for what you're personally creating. Because that resource will be left for other Ophiuchians as well as other signs. But it's almost like maybe other people, places, or things, whether they recognize it or not, releasing any sort of who, what, where, when, or why of any sort of constellation, planetary alignment, releasing all of that. If they find the nugget of what you're leaving here is also a record of something. So it's like leaving
down there.
Clues for the next like Ophiuchians or something. Okay. Ophies, thank you so much. We are going to flip this and we'll do it again for perspective possibilities for later on. See what the aura of later on in March is, mid to end. But thank you so much for being here. All the links are below to help Account grow. I have no idea if I've said that before. Thank you for your support, and I will see you again soon. Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga. I can't stop this feeling.